Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today we will be covering 4 big AI stories. Google's Gemini app crossing 1 billion monthly users, an unreleased Anthropic model making verified progress on one of math's most famous unsolved problems, Anthropic starting to invisibly watermark text written by Claude, and the departure of a longtime OpenAI operations leader. Let's start with Google. Sundar Pichai announced that the standalone Gemini app has passed 1 billion monthly active users. That's the Gemini app specifically, not Gemini baked into Search or Workspace. It's Google's 14th product to hit 1 billion users, and Pichai called it one of the company's fastest-growing products. To put the speed in perspective, Google reported 950 million monthly users during its recent earnings call, meaning it added roughly 50 million more users in a very short window. And this matters because ChatGPT only reached that same billion-user milestone back in June. So the gap that used to define the consumer AI race, ChatGPT way out front and everyone else trailing, has basically closed. A couple of details reveal where this is heading. Around 63% of Gemini users are using the voice feature. The app is generating more than 150 million images a day, and it has over 100 million active users on iOS alone. That voice number is the interesting part. It suggests people are moving away from typing into a chatbot and toward just talking to an assistant, a more ambient, hands-free way of using AI. And Google has a structural advantage here that OpenAI doesn't. It can pair a standalone audience this size with Android, Search, and Workspace distribution, putting Gemini in front of people who never went looking for an AI app in the first place. Next, Anthropic revealed something genuinely striking. An unreleased model made verified progress on the Riemann hypothesis, a math problem that's gone unsolved for about 150 years. Now, to be clear, it did not solve it. What it did was improve the known lower bound over which the hypothesis has been verified. And crucially, it produced brand new mathematics that was formally checked and confirmed correct. Here's what makes the process remarkable. A staff member who didn't even have advanced math training handed the model the problem and let it run for roughly a day and a half. During that time, it tested 650 different approaches using 60 coordinated subagents, essentially a team of AI workers dividing up labor. 2 of those agents developed the core ideas, while the others supplied suggestions, checked arguments, or helped write up the paper. Human mathematicians at Anthropic then reviewed the result, and the proof was formalized in Lean, which is a system that mechanically verifies that a mathematical proof is airtight. So this isn't a case of an AI claiming an answer and hoping it's right. The math actually holds up. Fields medalist Timothy Gowers has argued that AI-generated theorems don't necessarily diminish mathematics just because they lack a human name attached to them, which gets at a real question about what discovery looks like when a machine runs the research process. The one caveat worth naming is cost. Generating 31 million output tokens for a single problem is enormous, so this kind of work isn't cheap or routine yet. Staying with Anthropic, the company confirmed it's now invisibly watermarking text generated by Claude. Any Claude model released on or after August 2nd embeds a machine-readable mark directly into the text it produces, and files also get provenance metadata based on an industry standard called C2PA. Because the watermark is inserted at the model level, it applies everywhere Claude shows up: the consumer app, the API, Claude Code, and its other tools. It even travels with copied text and can survive some editing. The reason this exists is regulation. It implements the EU AI Act's Transparency Code, which became applicable on August 2nd, and Google, Meta, Microsoft, and OpenAI have all committed to that same code, so expect more of this across the board. The impact could be significant because this may be the first broadly deployed way to detect ordinary AI-written text, which touches schools, publishers, employers, and developers. But there's a real catch that Anthropic itself flags. A watermark showing up does not mean Claude originated the ideas, because Claude might have only translated or edited text a human actually wrote. Anthropic also admits that heavy editing, translation, or mixing passages together can weaken detection. Online, the reaction has zeroed in on exactly those tensions, whether users can opt out, and whether simply rewriting the output defeats the whole system. Finally, a notable leadership change at OpenAI. Brad Lightcap, who joined back in 2018 and served first as CFO and then as COO, told employees he's leaving to start something new. He had already shifted from COO into special projects earlier this year. Lightcap was central to building out OpenAI's finance, legal, personnel, security, government, and partnership operations, essentially a lot of the machinery that turned OpenAI from a research lab into a global company. His exit follows several other senior departures, and it lands at an awkward moment since OpenAI is trying to scale its products, its infrastructure, and its corporate operations all at once. On his way out, Lightcap said the world will need to get, in his words, a few important new things right during AI's next phase, and promised more details on what he's building soon.
Thank you for listening to AI ConvoCast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.